uh, these other nations would sacrifice their children to these little idols, these gods. And Moloch, yeah, so anytime abortion happens, a lot of people equate the spirit of Moloch, the familiar spirit of Moloch, to abortion. That's why, like, policy, government policies can do right all the kind of policies in the world to try to um, regulate abortion, but abortion still comes down to it's a spiritual thing, and a lot of people believe it's tied to the spirit of Moloch. Uh, I saw somebody posted once like how similar it is. Like if a woman says, or even a couple, could be a guy too, because a guy sometimes might tell his woman, his girlfriend, wife, to have an abortion, and it's like the logic goes, I'm poor, I don't have money to take care of this child, and I'm not going to place them up for adoption. So to make my life easier and make the child's life easier, or the child we've been told might have a terminal sickness, and I don't know what I would do in that situation. I heard one of my coworkers overheard them today saying, I guess one of them's pregnant, and they were saying that they hope their child doesn't have any disabilities, whatever. Anyway, the logic goes, I don't want to have it. A lot. This is not. I'm not saying this is every woman's logic that has an abortion. Don't get me wrong here. What I'm saying is I've heard that logic a lot before where people will say it happened in my relationship with my former wife before we got married. She told me later on after we got married that the reason why she had the abortion is she thought it would ruin my life. She knew I was trying to go to law school and she knew that my brother struggled and all this stuff. So she paid the 200 something dollars, had an abortion there in Kirksville, Missouri. And I didn't know about it, right? And so the logic a lot of times that this lie from the enemy is that, oh, you're by getting rid of this child your life will be easier, and that's couldn't be further from the truth, because if you talk to most of these ladies, they deal with nightmares for the rest of their life. They deal with shame and regret. We talking about abort